get your degree, walk across that stage, get that piece of paper, but the degree does go, like it shows up in the mail and everything like that. Hey man, that's good. That was the definition of getting folded right there. But hooves, here's the thing, man. You could have. This all could have been prevented, dude. Just from a couple of things. It's literally all could have been prevented. If one, you just didn't load all that ridiculous weight on there. Like if you didn't do that, it would have been absolutely easy money. Um, Two, if you actually knew what the machine was about, right? So how to use the machine, that would have worked too. But it really did it, man. Yo, hey Nathan, how you doing, man? What's good, dude? Thanks for rating me today. Hey Kev, what's up? How was your stream, Nathan? How's the arm doing? Hope the arm is doing a lot better, dude. Y'all new to my stream. What's going on? Welcome on in, man. My name is Street Grind, on the street lifestyle creator that's focused on providing helpful fitness advice that you can apply to your workouts, cooking delicious foods that that you can incorporate into your diet and you don't feel guilty about it. And I just love being able to talk to people and conversate and just being exactly who I am. That is one. Those are the things that I'm about. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. Baha, what's good, bro? Early stream for once. Yeah, I know, man. I'm just doing a little bit of an experimenting, man. Like there's no reason for me to not experiment. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been streaming a little bit later, like around like 7 or so, but it's kind of difficult. I was mentioning before, just in terms of like my sleep schedule and just a lot of other things, and it's just been tough, man. So I'm trying to see if I can get stream started a little bit earlier, around maybe like 4:35. Still stream my usual stuff and kind of see what happens, man. You know? Yeah, Kev, everything's going good, man. We're doing our usual thing, man. We're always still busy as ever trying to figure things out, but it is okay, man. I'd rather have a lot of stuff on my plate instead of trying to figure out like what the hell to do, man. That's one of the things that I do not want to do. Like I don't want that for myself, like at all. Not even. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not like your traditional pizza with like dough, but it is something where it does give like that pizza kind of profile and flavor, and you don't have to work. And it really solves the trick, man. Hi, Lex. What's going on, Lex? How was my weekend? Well, my weekend, my weekend was okay. It was productive. I watched a lot of Top Boy, which is it's this British crime drama series on Netflix. God, it's so freaking good. But I've been like passing out like couple episodes in because it'd be like 12, 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm just freaking just knocked out, glocked out, passed out and stuff. But I'm doing okay. But I'm doing all right, man. Other than that, the weekend was productive. I'm getting a lot of good feedback on just my YouTube video that I put out there. I was supposed to. I do not think I put out a command for my latest YouTube video, which I should have. I should have done. Should have done, but I didn't. But it's okay. But I'm really happy with the way it's doing, and I'm just working on just trying to improve my like production value, being able to improve the type of content that I'm doing, being able to kind of storytell in a sense, and you kind of see that a little bit when you watch other videos too. You're like, dang, you really said this in a really awesome way. It makes you think like, how can I get creative in such a way to being able to convey a story to somebody, right? About the topic that I'm talking about. So you just be a little creative about stuff. How you doing, Rev? Good to see you, Rev. What's up? What's happening? You got an offer to spot in the National Honor Society of Leadership and Success, dude. That's awesome. Salem, dude. You should be proud of that, man. See, look at you, man. Look at y'all just leveling up right before my eyes, man. Time be flying by. Honestly, Nathan, if you ever get a chance to watch Top Boy, I recommend it, dude. They just like 4 seasons. I think there's 4 seasons on Netflix. I am still on the first season, and man, one of the things that really catches my eye. I'm not sure if anyone else. What else? What other stuff is y'all watching? What other things are y'all watching? If you have the time, but it's really the way that they talk in that show. has been it's been literally like eye opening to me in terms of like trying to reference or trying to cross reference what words that they're saying, in British terms compared to what we say in like our English language, and it's just like oh shoot, like okay, I like the way that this is I like the way that this is portrayed. I really do enjoy that. Yeah. What's Echoes, Nathan? I've never heard of that show before or that show before. Is that also on like a on Netflix or so? You watch it? Yo, Fahad, I've never gotten into Suits. I think when Suits originally came out, I don't know where I was, if I was in college or I don't exactly remember, but I've been seeing a lot of like videos on TikTok in regards to like quotes from the Suits show. Is that like a is that a show worth watching? Do you think? Because I'm always about trying to just add different types of shows to my list and everything. I still got. I'm trying to just build out. I have a show backlog, just like my game backlog. But the problem is that I'm probably not going to get through any of them at the rate that I'm going. Which I mean, hey, that just happens. That just happens. It's like a suspense thriller on Netflix. Ooh, I might have to go ahead and take a look at it, see what the synopsis is, and see if it's something that I may end up watching. Because Netflix has been really good with their recommendations on stuff. They've been really good. When they tell you when you're watching something like, do you love this? Do you like this? Do you like, I don't like it? And they've been recommending to me like better stuff, and I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and do it. You say it's the new Game of Thrones spinoff? I think Ref at some point, I think Game of Thrones is probably going to be on my list too because I never watched the original. I never watched the original Game of Thrones. I know, like when it first came out and all those seasons, I didn't have HBO or did I have the money to buy HBO? And I don't even know if HBO Max was even a separate subscription at the time. It might not. It might not have been, but I think now since I do have HBO Max and especially with this prequel show, I may go ahead and I may take a stab at it and see because I heard some people say it's good. My friend Cole he's a very I'm not gonna say he's like an actor snob. I don't say, but I know he can be very critical of movies though. He can be very critical of movies. I know that for sure. Ms. Nomer, thank you so much for the 39 months. Howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How you doing? Thank you so much for the 39. That's a long time. How you doing? You've been watching a lot of Letter Kenny? Never heard of that. What's that about, Salem? What's that about? Oh, that's right. We've been doing that too. You recommend it's really in the law, but it's actually pretty good. But it's a commitment 9 seasons, dude. I don't know if I got, bro. I don't know if he got. I don't know if I got 9 seasons in me, dude. That's like Smallville, supernatural type commitment, and I don't know if I got that type of commitment in me. At least right now, I don't know, but I'll try. Amanda, thank you so much for the 21 months. Blackjack, Blackjack, what's going on, Amanda? How you doing? You made me cackle out loud about calling him an actor snob. I mean, that's kind of a nice way of saying it, right? He's an actor snob because, which I don't mind him doing that because he's very critical of the things that he watches because he is an actor, so he can see things from that perspective. Which me, I don't really care. I don't care about being critical like that. Yo, Sauce, thank you so much for the 100 bits, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dude. How you doing? Oh, hi, my friend. Hi, my friend. Big kiss from Paris, France. How you doing? From France. Hello. I'm from the US. What's going on? I recommend the first season. Yeah, I'll give the first season a try and see what's up because the first season gives me a little bit of time to warm up to a show and be like, all right, do I want to go ahead and commit to this like long term, or do I want to kind of like pump the brakes a little bit? Because I still have season 4 of Stranger Things that I still have to watch that I haven't even started yet. Just resting before people come over. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm good. Like I wanted. I think I didn't announce it in Discord, but like I think I'm gonna just experiment a little bit with streaming a little bit earlier, like because I just noticed with myself and being able to wind down after stream, it's just really difficult for me. It's tough. Like, cause I'm streaming for like 2.5 hours. I go ahead and raid. And I do sometimes I do cleanup off stream, and I'm at my computer, and I'm just like, it's just been hard for me to kind of fall asleep. So I was like, let me stream a couple hours earlier, so I still have a little bit of time afterwards to do a couple things if I need to, and hopefully it will get me in like a better place to be able to, be able to sleep. That's really the big thing, and just to see, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with experimenting. You just laugh like a bad man, and well, that's one of the things that I try my best to do is if I am not providing something, right? Whether if it's laughter, whether it's information, something, if I'm not providing something, then I'm not really doing my job as a broadcaster. I'm doing a terrible job as a broadcaster. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing while I'm here, right? So so yeah. Hi, hey Amy, welcome back. See, you actually saw me on TikTok first because I'm actually streaming on TikTok right now. You actually saw me on TikTok first before I went and popped up over here. How are you doing? I'm still waiting for TikTok to give me a live stream key, man, because then I would be able to stream from my PC and not have to like worry about my phone and stuff, and I'd be able to see everything. But it's a damn mess and a half. hmm The amount of loopholes that we got to go through, man, in order to be able to expand our reach and all these different platforms and all that. They all have their pros. They all have their cons. And it's just a mess, man. Your arms have grown. Have they? Have my arms grown, chat? Look at my arms real quick. Look at them. Look at them. I think how arms grown. I don't know, man. I don't know how they look. It's been a minute since you've seen me, Amy. Though it's been a minute. We've been we've been working pretty hard, though. I have to say, we've been putting in some serious work, which I am very very proud of. And we're still not done yet. Still have a lot of work to do. And the funny thing is, people tell me, they're like, Street, what else do you need to work on, bro? You're like literally jacked and swole as shit. I'm just like, listen, there's just some things that I see that y'all don't see. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, right? I'm not gonna say it's like body dysmorphia or anything like that. I'm not gonna say it's that like at all, but it really you be seeing something in the mirror sometimes. You're just like, yo, this the fuck? Like, what is that, dude? Oh, I need to go ahead and work on that a little bit. I need to go ahead and tweak that a little bit. It happens all the time. It is. You look fantastic. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Any tips for my side delts? Side delts are honestly it's lateral raises are great. Yeah, lateral raises are wonderful. Whether you're doing them with like a dumbbell, whether you're doing them with like cables from the back like this, that's probably the best way I could say. It's one of the only like exercises in your body where, in terms of how it actually like gets worked, it only really gets worked at least the side delt portion in like kind of like this type of motion. Because if you think about it from like a power lifting perspective, like side delts aren't really used in any type of um for like your form or anything like that in a bench press or a deadlift or a squat. They're not really used like that. So definitely those lateral raises will help out quite a bit. I have them programmed into into my workout since I work out like 5 times a week. Um and we've been working hard on them. So that's my tip for you. Do those side delts will definitely help out quite a bit. If y'all looking here, boom, y'all look right here. This guy right here. This is one of my favorite things to make right now. This thing is one of my favorite things to make because it satisfies like having like a pizza, like ordering a pizza, but you're not necessarily getting like a lot of like the extra carbs that you would get if you you've had like dough and whatnot. So it really does hit the spot. I'm gonna show y'all exactly like how I like to make it, and maybe it's something that you see that's like, hey, all right, it's something really simple to do. Let me go ahead and try to implement it for myself. And that's the reason why I'm here, man, to show y'all. Yeah, just tweak a little couple of things with what you're eating, then you'll be good. No, Amy, honestly, these are great. Like, I think it's been a good minute since I've ordered pizza from a place. Like, only because I don't really like chain pizza. I think chain pizza is absolutely terrible. I think it's garbage, right? Like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Little Caesars, all terrible. I don't care for them one bit. I don't. You can knock me for that if all you want. I don't know, but just like I just don't care for the big chain pizzas like that. Like I know sometimes they do have the deals, right? You get the two, mix and match, $5.99, yada yada. But like I just haven't had them in so long. If I was to go ahead and have one of those, yo, I would literally be on the freaking shitter. I promise you, I would be for the longest time, bro. Like for real. You think I'm lying? I'm not at all. What toppings are on those? So the one on the left is what? One on the left is turkey, pepperoni, tur- um, ground turkey, green peppers, and onions. Yeah, green peppers and onions. On like marinara sauce, and then the other one is basically it's grilled like sautéed chicken with crushed up bacon, gorgonzola, gorgonzola cheese like crumbles, with like a barbecue sauce base. So they're like both two completely different types of pizzas, and so they give like different flavor profiles, and both of them are delicious to make. While you hating on the Hut, I'm hating on all the pizza chains, bro. What do you want me to do? All the pizza chains suck, man. I like the mom and pop places, man. I do. The one on the right, honestly, like I think the one on the right is one that I like more than the one on the left, though. Personally, I think so. I think I like that one more on the left, on the right. The left one is still good though, because it's almost like it's your like not like a supreme pizza, because I think that has like black olives in here, and I'm not really a black olives type of dude. But the right one is definitely my favorite. It's definitely my favorite, dude. I would have like what, two of those pizzas will fill you up, just because of just how like protein packed that they are filled. Because in terms of like the type of cheese that we're using, we actually are using fat free cheese, which does help out, which just give it a bigger protein profile. It doesn't really add much to the fat profile. Add some sweet corn on it too. Ew. On pizza? No. Ew. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Corn does not belong on pizza. Absolutely not. We are not doing that. No, it does not. Absolutely not. We're not doing that today. Pineapple is debatable. Pineapple is debatable. Okay. But sweet corn on pizza? What is this? Huh? You love chicken? I do too, Amanda. I love me some chicken as well. Do you have a question? I do have a question for you. Who were some people to guide you along your fitness journey when you first started? Um, Before I answer your question, Bahad, um, I need to answer Amy's question. Tuna and sweet corn pizza? What? I've never. This has to be something like on your side of the world, because I've never heard of my wildest dreams of tuna and sweet corn pizza. What the fuck is that? What is that? If someone told me that, I would have been like, "Yo, is that something that you make in prison?" But no, it's not something that you make in prison, because obviously the tuna cans the lids can be used as a weapon, and shot, shot, shot. But that's that's besides the point. It's like, what? Do I like mushrooms on pizza? Yeah, I like mushrooms on pizza. Mushrooms are I'm a fan of mushrooms, right? Whether you're talking about bella mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, portobello mushrooms. Yeah, I like mushrooms. Hey, I mean, I've missed you too. It's great. It's great to have you here. Sweet corn plus cheese and Korean barbecue though. Okay, I can see the relation to that. But the only thing I don't like about corn is that like when I go ahead and you know, when I take a dump, um, like corn just like passes through me. Like it doesn't get processed at all. So it's like, oh, okay, corn in my I see corn in my shit. So it's like, yeah, about that, right? Yeah, about that. But to answer your question, man, you said who were some people that guide me along my fitness journey when I first started? Um, there wasn't. I don't. There wasn't a lot of people. There wasn't a lot of people. But there definitely were like these two. There definitely were these two trainers at the gym. Um, where like they saw how consistently that I was going, and they gave me like some little tips here and there on like stuff to do, and like they would call me out when I was doing something wrong, and I really do appreciate them for that. But other than them, there really hasn't been a lot of people that guided me on my fitness journey like that. Like a lot of the stuff I did, I just did on my own, like in terms of like research and watching videos and recording myself and whatnot. Like I've never properly like asked somebody to train me or something, or like actually went and got personal training or something. But yeah, those two trainers, they definitely did help me. They did help me out though. They did. I appreciate them for that. One of them was definitely like a bodybuilder for sure, because he was always talking, not always talking about, but he would talk about like, you know, you gotta do whatever it takes to make it happen. Which by that he meant like, if I gotta take steroids to go ahead and make it happen, then boom, make it happen. I don't know where he is right now, but he probably still huge. He probably still huge. Hey, Son Goku, how you doing, bro? Chew your damn food? I do chew my food. Thank you. I do. I'm not a person that just inhales food. I don't inhale my food. I promise. I do. I promise you. Okay. It's not like it just goes and just slurps all down my whole body or something like that. I promise. Aether, thank you so much for the 30 months, dude. Appreciate you, man. How you doing? Self-trained? Yeah, self-trained to an extent. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. I didn't really have anyone be like, hey, guiding me through, someone making my workout plan or something like that. I'm the one that made everything kind of like, like for myself. I mean, I've bought plans before, right? But you never really, at least at that point, now I'm looking back at it, you never really know if a plan that you buy is something that is a cookie cutter plan, or if it's something that is very specific to you. You know what I'm saying? You really don't. You really don't know. But now I program all my stuff, man. In terms of workouts, I, program the things that I want to do. I still look up stuff that I may not understand, or I may figure out like, is there a better way for me to target this muscle that I'm trying to work? And I've improved a lot from even like a year ago. If I'm talking about just overall, like the way I look, overall workout performance, overall strength. And I'm not even like as big as I used to be, and I'm stronger now than I used to be. So it's big changes, man. Big changes. Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler. I've always been a Ronnie Coleman type guy. Always been a Ronnie Coleman type guy. You started doing at-home workouts with resistance bands, and you starting out, bro. That's it, man. Like the people think that you have to do like 20 million things, right? 20 million things to start working out at the gym. Just a million things, but you don't have to, bro. You just gotta just start off small, and that's what you got, right? You have a 35-pound kettlebell. You have some resistance bands. That's how you're gonna start, and you just take it from there, bro. So that's good for you. You're trying to find something that works for you, but you keep getting bored of them after a week. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that. I try to have like three different meals throughout the week. Three different meals that I can kind of go ahead and just substitute. And that helps me at least keep the flavor profile. I don't get bored of it a lot. What's the dough made of? What's the low carb maggot trick? Well, there isn't any dough in a sense. There isn't any dough. We're actually going to be using like a flatbread wrap, but it's packed with fiber. So in terms of the amount of carb output that is there, it's pretty minimal. So it's like a flatbread, but we make it as if it's like a pizza. And that's how we make it. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I'm not watching my carbs unless you count watching them go out my mouth, and that's okay, bro. That's okay. Yeah, there's a time and place for everything, man. Whether you want like an actual pizza with all the carbs or not, there's a time and place for everything, man. Sir K Dub, what's good, bro? Thank you so much for the 22 months, my guy. How you doing, sir? Good to see you here. So yeah, it's honestly like making this has been one of my favorite things to do in terms of when I was cutting down. Like when I was cutting down, trying to lose body fat, stuff like that, and I still wanted pizza, but I just didn't want like a whole pizza just filled with a lot of carbs and fat and things that I couldn't control. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and see what else I can make. And that's what I ended up doing. You cut out all carb, snacks, and garbage food though. Good for you. Good for you. No candy for 3 months, no chips and stuff like that. And that's good, man. That's good for you. Like, I'm not gonna say like I cut out everything, but I always am very mindful about how much I'm having of something, right? Like, I'm not a proponent or a fan of trying to cut everything out because there may be just some things that I don't want to cut out, but I'm just very mindful about how much I'm consuming of something and how it is contributing overall to my intake for today, for the whole day. Had a real problem with junk food before, so you had to go cold turkey. You see, that's understandable, right? It's like sometimes people they go completely cold turkey. Sometimes they are able to slowly dial things back and being able to have that type of control. And at the end of the day, it's whatever works for you, right? Whatever works for you is the main thing. You can't cut out carbs like pasta too much. Yeah, like I don't usually have like plain like your usual regular pasta. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times like there's like a protein pasta that from Barilla that they have. There's also like a chickpea pasta that's really awesome too that I like to have also. Um, because yeah, I like having those. And that's here's the thing, man. That's exactly what I like to hear from people is the type of stuff that you're talking about, Swish, man. You feel great. That's the main point, bro. As long as you feel great about how you look, about just inside overall, like that your energy is up, you're not like sluggish or anything like that. Hey, more power to you, bro. Do your damn thing. Um, so one thing I'm gonna tell y'all right now, um, is something happened yesterday that um I wasn't really happy. Thank you, Amy. Something happened yesterday that I was completely shocked of. Um so I went to open my fridge, and you know what ended up happening, bro? You know what ended up happening? The light in my fridge went out. And I'm thinking to myself, out of all the years that I've lived on this earth, right? All the years I've lived on this earth, I've never had a moment where the light in my fridge freaking went out, bro. I thought they were absolutely invincible. I thought they were invincible. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait, did the button break? I'm like, did the fridge break? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the hell is happening here? And then it's like, no, like the bulb just died, man. I don't know what to freaking say. Demons? Something's going on. Oh no. Hey, hi, hello. Thank you so much for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Is that a fridge? I thought it's a PC. Oh man. Yeah, at this rate, right? It's a PC with no RGB lighting. In this case, thanks for the 6 months. How you doing? Hey, hi, hello. Has happened to you before too, Hoops? For real? Man, that is never first time it's happened to me, man. I'm not happy about it. But I don't feel like going to Walmart just to get a damn bulb. So my my fridge is gonna be a pure darkness until I go grocery shopping on Friday. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Do, 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 do. Trying to see what else. Trying to see what else I need. I think that's it's kind of like the base, right? Wait. Let me bring everything out. Let me bring everything out into the bowl real quick. I think everything else is in the fridge too. Here for the nom noms. So we're always here for the nom noms, for the foods and everything. Yeah, baby, yeah. I'm just grabbing stuff as I need them. And then I'm gonna grab you. Don't worry, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through the list in terms of what I got here for y'all. Don't worry, I got y'all. I'm not gonna leave y'all in the dark like I'm leaving this fridge in the dark. Fridge is probably yelling at me right now. They're like, "What the hell are you doing, man? Why are you leaving this like this?" Well, I didn't ask y'all to fucking turn off, did I? I did not, bro. I didn't ask you to do that. No light is better for the environment. Can't you request that from your maintenance? You know what? That's a very good idea. I may do that. Thank you, Lex. I know there's a reason why I keep you around because you are my voice of reason at times. So yes, I'm gonna put in a request for maintenance to give me a new damn bulb. Why should I pay for a damn bulb? I shouldn't have to do that. I think I haven't. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Dylan. How you doing? What's going on? All right, let me switch. Let me switch scenes real quick because what I like to do is I like being able to show y'all exactly what it is that we're going to be using for today, and so y'all can kind of still see me too. Camera. Hi, that's me. So I've used these wraps before. Um, it is these extreme wellness high fiber wraps. I absolutely love these a ton because they're packed with fiber and they're only about, if you're talking about net carbs, they're only about 5 grams of carbs per tortilla for this. So, and there's like 5 grams of protein per wrap as well. So I love these. These are wonderful. These are good. These are my favorites. Target should have them. Like they're everywhere. If you're just looking in like your wrap aisle, if you're talking about like Walmart has them, Publix has them. So I'm pretty sure Target would most likely have them for sure. All right. So then oh, actually I'm missing something actually. Oh, I'm missing something here. That's jalapenos. Where is what the fuck? Where is my oh, I see it. Never mind. Okay. Sorry, I was like, where the hell are my onions and green peppers? I have them right here. So you said that you were making pasta for dinner because the carbs are calling you? Yeah, I've been on like a chicken nugget kick lately. I'm saying chicken nuggets because they're not boneless wings. But I've been on that kick for quite a while. I ordered it like 3 times from the same place. Or was it twice? I think it was twice. If Target doesn't, I'm gonna send them a strongly worded letter. Target has everything. Target is such a wonderful place to go but I don't know if it's really a wonderful place to work, though. You know, I don't know if it's a wonderful place to work. But yeah, for the first pizza, we're gonna have as our toppings, instead of regular pepperoni, you can get like this turkey pepperoni, either store brand. I'm using Hormel. So this is one of our toppings. The second one is we're gonna use a little bit of, come on, wake up. There you go. We're gonna use this 93.7 all natural ground turkey. So we're gonna be able to just cook that like on the stove top, and then cut it up into like little pieces, and then layer it on our pizza. Then we're gonna just cut up a little bit of green peppers, a little bit of onion as well, and all of this is gonna be on with a kind of like a marinara garlic based sauce, and with our two cheeses, our fat free mozzarella, which we're kind of a little bit out of, but usually we wouldn't have both pizzas made of this. But I do have reduced fat mozzarella that I could use here, which we will be using for the rest also. That's for one pizza. I do love those pepperonis, the turkey ones. Oh yeah, they're great. They're great for a pinch. And then for the second one, obviously we're gonna use the same wraps, but we're gonna slice up a little bit of chicken breast, season it up, cook it on the stovetop for a couple of minutes. Then we're also gonna cook up a slice of bacon, get that all nice and crispy. Crumble that up, layer it on, and this is optional if you want, but I do love me a little bit of gorgonzola cheese. You know, not a whole serving, but just enough so that when it does go into the oven, it does melt and, spreads all around. And all of that is going to be on a base of my favorite barbecue sauce by G. Hughes. I'm going to say, man, I use this stuff so much. There was ever a chance I can get sponsored by them or work with them, I would love to do that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just putting some stuff on right now. Ooh. Yeah. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Did anyone treat themselves to a meal this weekend? Was there a meal that you had that you haven't had in a while, or you were looking forward to that you just didn't have? I'm curious, and I wanna know, baby. Theirs and Sweet Baby Ray's are the only ones I will use. I haven't had the Sweet Baby Ray's, Amanda. How is that? Like, I haven't had the sugar added Sweet Baby Ray sauce yet. How is that one? You've ordered some Indian food? Ooh, I haven't. I know Orlando has a lot. Orlando has a lot of great places, right, to eat. But I need to find another Indian place. I haven't had one in a while. It's hard to find good like actual Chinese food here though. It's very hard. Oh, so it is good. Okay, okay. 'Cause let me see. I think that's the only barbecue sauce that I have right now. So I may end up, when it's out, I may try the Sweet Baby Ray's one and see if I notice anything different between the two. My dad and brother wanted steak, so we bought some from Costco and cooked them Sunday. Ooh, like part of me really think like, maybe I should get a Costco membership or like one of those big place memberships. I know it'll be a little bit farther out in terms of distance, but it might be, it may be worth it. It may be worth it. What kind of steaks did you end up getting though? What cut? What cut are we talking about? That's the real question. What cut are we talking about, baby? Yeah. That's what I want to know. What cut? What kind of steak did we talk about? Let me do. What did we talk about? Do. Let's see what we got here. There was a new food truck At your farmer's market, you got a chicken sandwich and fries with cheese, steak, and kimchi. Ooh, that sounds yummy, bro. Yeah. Kim kimchi is very underrated, man. Yes, it is. It's fermented cabbage, but it is definitely very underrated. We went to a crab boil for lunch today. On Saturday, just had a lot of drinks during a bachelorette. A lot of drinks. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink. I mean, I don't think anyone was buying you drinks, but it's you still was drinking. You still was drinking though. You still drinking a drink. It was a short rib cut, but nice marbling. Oh, when you talk about marbling in terms of meat, it always reminds me of freaking wagyu. I would love to try some wagyu freaking beef someday. I would love to. I would love to. The thing is, I would pay the money for it, bro. Like, I would pay the money for wagyu beef. I would. I'm like, it's worth it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I would. Hmm. This is gonna be interesting. Open you up. Hi, Mads. Mads the cutie. How you doing? I think that should be probably enough. I need to sharpen this knife again. Honestly, you only need like one. You only need one of these. You don't need both. You literally only need like one. You literally only need one. How you doing, Mads? Hope you doing okay. All right, and then I can make myself a little bit bigger now. Right here. Yeah. Doing very good. Getting strong on your healing journey. You feeling good, feeling great. That's exactly the type of shit that I like to hear, man. People on any type of journey, man. Whether it's a journey for a healing journey, whether it's a spiritual journey, fitness journey, content creation journey, all journeys are valid and they should all be celebrated. But I'm doing absolutely well. Thank you for asking. I did have a hard time staying awake today though. I had a hard time staying awake, man. Like it was woo. The workout really fucking took me out, man. I was exhausted. I was hurting. Gotta get your mental health under control. And it's good that you have these types of priorities, Mads, right? You have these priorities in place. And I need salt. You have these in place, and that's good. Knowing that, hey, I need to go ahead and get this in order first before I go ahead and do anything else. So I'm happy that you're doing that. Oh, since I actually need to go ahead and bring this back up again. But yeah, man, just you can season your chicken however you want, man. That's thunder. Season your chicken however you want, man. I just got some salt. Some of the basics, right? The basics, right? You got salt, got your black pepper, you got your onion powder, got your garlic powder, and my favorite, the smoked paprika, right? So just season the meat however you want. It does not matter how you do it. Oh man. Yeah, I think about journeys all the time, right? I think about journeys and I've been on one myself for a while and I'm talking about terms of like self-confidence and being proud of like who I am and what I've been working towards. And it's taken a bit to make it to that point. But I really, it really has come to light a lot like these past couple of months in terms of like, hey, street man, like what you're doing, you should be proud of the type of growth that you've had, um, just as a person. It's been massive, man. It's been good for the mind, it's been good for the soul, and knowing exactly who you are, embracing it, not really focusing too much on, you know, what other people think, what other people are doing, because it doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or format. And it's been good. Take your time, Lex. Do your thing. Do your thing. Get that work stuff done. Do not get in trouble. Okay? I mean, you would never get in trouble, but I would. I'm always down to talk to your job. Like, listen, Lex is an absolute superstar, and you should give her all the money in the world. Yeah, I think it's a good way to think of things. Yeah, that's how I like to think of. That's all I got to think of things. And there's still so much growth that I have on my plate still to do. But it's good to just look at it and think of where you were like a year ago, 2 years ago, and being able to put these types of things into perspective, right? Perspective is everything, man. If you have a good one, it can change so much. One thing about me in terms of seasoning my meat is I'm not shy about it. I'm not shy. Don't be shy about seasoning your fucking meat, bro. Especially something like chicken, dude. Season that shit to your fucking heart's content. Please. Please do it, baby. Please do it. Where we at here? That's hot enough. That's good. Where we at over here? That one's getting there. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna put the oven on too, just so it's ready for that 425 action. I'm gonna pull this over to the side. And I'm actually going to grab a different glove real quick because I don't want to be cross. The fuck was that? Touching one type of meat with another one. Cannot have that. Cannot have that. No. No, no, no. Absolutely impossible, man. Yeah, it really does it, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I what's that phrase? How's that saying go? Like, if you ain't seasoned, if you ain't sneezing, it's not enough seasoning, or something like that. I forget exactly like what it is, but that's how I like to think of things. At least with chicken. I don't think I need as big of a bowl like this. So then again, you don't know what you came here for. Round and round we go. One of my favorite songs. If you're the people that that may be like experimenting with cooking and whatnot, is there like a spice that you love using in your in your meals or whatnot? Like you always gotta have it. I'm measuring like 2 ounces of turkey sausage, right? Ground turkey right now. Hey, Steele, thank you so much for the 2 years. Woo! 2 years, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, bro. Round and round we go. Salt. So like I've been watching a couple of food like documentaries and stuff. Abs check. Not showing my abs on stream, man. Don't be requesting stuff. Um like one thing that I've heard from somebody is to not think of salt as a spice, but think of salt as a flavor, like a spice enhancer, like a flavor enhancer. And once I heard that, I was like, that actually does make sense. How you doing, Mr. Lucky? This may be selfish, but I want to see Street Cult collab with Autumn Ivy. Too swole, but sweet souls, man. Hey, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Like, I really do believe that with what you put out into the world, man. Hey, man, let's put out good stuff, bro. You know, cayenne or coriander. Ooh, cayenne or coriander. I should like that. I can see that. I'm gonna bring this back up. There's nothing for me to show there. Around we go. I'm just gonna make this into kind of like a patty, because then what we're gonna do is once it's done cooking, gonna chop it up into little pieces. Got some of that good salt from the salt mines in Utah. I didn't know there were salt mines in Utah. I learned something new today. There are salt mines in Utah. For a second, I thought you had an apron. No, we don't have an apron yet. I think I had an apron on my wish list, but I think it's still there. No aprons yet. No aprons yet. And now I can take this off. Wifey did say she wanted to make you an apron. Really? Really? That's what wifey said? Wifey is very sweet. What? Wifey's very sweet. Apron with my own emote on it? They talking about like the chef's emote? That's so sweet, man. Man. Y'all spoil me too much, man. Y'all spoil me. Redmond Real Salt. What is that? Redmond Real Salt. Is that like a brand? Like Redmond, Utah? Problems. Okay, I think both of these should be good to go. And I'm gonna put this fan up on low real quick. And let it rip. Drop down, baby. Nice and hot. Let's see. I'll do roughly about 4 minutes per side, which should be good. And then get this ground turkey cooking nice too. Flatten this bad boy out so that when you doesn't get too thick when it cooks, because it always seems to rise from time to time. That should be good enough. At least I think so. I think so. All right, cool. Wash my hands real quick. It's the name of a place you got the salt from, and that place that you got the salt from. It's sourced from the salt mines. I think there's a brand of salt that I saw where it was like salt sourced from the salt water in the Mediterranean or something like that. I forget exactly what it is, but it was something like that. I'll have to look at the brand again to see what the actual name or what terms they actually did use. I don't actually remember. Harry D Sparks did a video there. You just had to get it. What type of content does Heavy D Sparks produce? I'm not aware of who they are. And take me somewhere new. Gonna send you some. What is that? Dried green mango spice? Dried green. I don't even know what to freaking. I don't even know what to think of that. Dried green mango spice. So what? I've never heard of anything. I've never heard of anything like that before. It just shows you how much that there's so much to learn just about like any subject if you really think about it. I'm sure there are still some spices in the world that I've never heard of before. And it probably could, elevate elevate some dishes to a completely different level, bro. I would not be shocked by it. Okay. Let me rinse this off too. Take me by my hand, take me somewhere new. Boom. Do. Couple minutes. I don't think I need that for. I don't think I need that for. I don't think I need that for anything else here. Let me check this off real quick. All right. He overhauls vehicles into diesel-run beautiful masterpieces. Ah, that sounds cool. So he actually does the overhaul, unlike Pimp My Ride, which was basically a fake facade. Who remember that show, man? Who remembers Pimp My Ride, bro? I'm here to pimp your ride. Oh my god! Yeah! Oh my god! Yeah, pimp my ride! Fakest shit ever, bro. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's a South Asian and Indian spice commonly used in soups and stews. It's tart like the zest and adds a little sweetness. Ooh. Ooh. Combine that little tart and sweetness with possibly with a little bit of heat can make a big difference. Yo, man, I remember, dude, when I used to always see like, yo, we're gonna put the Xbox, PC, PS2s in the trunk, TVs in the headrest. That was the first time that I saw TVs in a headrest in a car, bro. And I thought to myself, like, damn, I would want that shit. Hell yeah, I would want that. Let me go ahead and get that. And now I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, why the fuck? What? Why would I want that, bro? Why would I want TVs in the headrest again? Can someone explain to me? Don't don't even have the answer like that, bro. Don't even know. I mean, some of the paint jobs that they had there, they were definitely really cool. But that was when back in the day when I was playing a lot of racing games and stuff, like Need for Speed Underground 2. Need for Speed Underground 2, man. I was actually watching a YouTube playthrough of it. Oh, not the whole playthrough, but I was like skipping through it at some times. And I was like, damn, man, we really were spoiled with the types of games that we had growing up, bro. We were spoiled, dude. They don't like, even though I know there's a lot of great games coming out, they don't make games like they used to. Hey, how's there? What's going on? Thank you so much for raiding today, bro. What's good? How you doing, man? And how you doing, Raiders? Welcome on in. If you're new to here, my stream, my name is Streak, and also known as Streak. I'm a lifestyle creator that is focused on helping you live a little bit healthier with fitness advice, as well as just delicious food ideas that you can put together that won't go ahead and ruin your diet. How you doing, Pirate Cat Warmonger, Mr. PDBR? What's cooking? Hey man, we got two different types of like flatbread pieces going on, man. We have a pepperoni and ground turkey flatbread topped with like green peppers and onions. Then I also have like a barbecue chicken flatbread with some crumbled bacon and some gorgonzola crumbles on top. Both of them are gonna be very, very good. And we're in the process of cooking the poultry right now. So you haven't missed anything. Yeah, you actually showed up just in time. Just in time, baby. Just in the nick of time. That's how we like it. Chicken's done. Gonna do a little quick double check on this guy. turkey sauce needs a little bit more time. What were you playing today, man? What was on the agenda? If you were playing something, or were you chatting? Were you cooking? What were you doing? Fog proofs. I like